Hello everyone, I am Mecha Random 42, your favorite YouTube harpy. The question from the thumbnail, will the Picard series suck? Well, I've made video upon video warning and explaining exactly what's going on as far as I can tell behind the scenes and giving you my opinion on it. Let's look at IO9. Let's see if IO9 will convince you that this is not the Picard we know. This might be a very, very, very different Picard. Let's take a look at this article. This came out, I believe, yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, 10:45 a.m. Star Trek Picard series will be a psychological look at his later years. Yeah. I'm sorry, the Discovery people don't have the ability to give us a good psychological study of any of these characters. They do the most juvenile things. Like, this scares me. This really, really scares me. You know, you want to scare me, don't show me the new It movie. Tell me what they're going to do to Picard, what they're doing to Star Trek. That is what scares me. That's what terrifies me. We've known for a while that the upcoming Jean-Luc Picard series wasn't going to be about the glory days of an older Jean-Luc, still captaining his way to the adventures across the stars. But here's your latest reminder that, well, this is not going to go the way you think. So this is our second warning here. This is our second warning. Now, when we look at this, yeah, this is from a while back. This is the article they're linking here. I believe I've covered this. I've covered the Picard series 4 months. I will link everything. I'll link you guys everything, including my initial reaction to why the Picard series is probably going to suck. It's probably going to be terrible. It will probably be bad according to this. But this is just warning you. He's a very different Picard than what we know. Speaking to the LA Times, as part of a wide-ranging piece about Star Trek's current franchise resurgence, Alex Kurtzman, the architect behind much of said resurgence, took a moment to tease the more cerebral approach to the new Picard series. Oh, no. the new cerebral approach the Picard series is taking with the character. I don't trust the people who made Discovery to understand what cerebral is, because they don't even understand scientific principles. They use terms. They use terms like the Big Bang Theory would. You know, they say, oh yes, because for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. Therefore, when we pull, they're pulling too. No. That's more of a tug of rope analogy or a Chinese finger trap. You guys aren't even getting your scientific references right, and you want me to. You're trying to sell me this bullshit that this is a cerebral series, that this is going to be cerebral. Oh, Lord. Now I gotta look at this Alex Kurtzman. Oh. Now it's flying warp speed ahead. Oh, no. No, it's not. It's screeching to a halt. It is screeching to a halt. We don't need this article anymore. This is what we're talking about. I just had to check it out. I'm sorry, I had to check it out. Sometimes when they link us articles, they're gold. The mandate was to make a more psychological show, a character study about a man in his emeritus years. I'm saying that wrong. There's so few shows that allow a significantly older protagonist to be the driver. Oh, it worked out really well with Jamie Lee Curtis on the latest Halloween movie. She was older, right? It'll be very different from then Discovery. It'll be slower, more meditative. I don't trust that they understand what that means, because there are really, really slow moments in Discovery. Like, it gets so boring. I had to watch it with the group, with an audience, because it was just so slow. It slows to a halt to say the most ridiculous things. Are we going to figure out that Picard had an argument with somebody over, you stole my lucky socks, and then he hadn't spoken to the rest of his crew in 30 years? Is that what it's going to be? Something stupid? Because that's what Discovery is. It is, you said something that hurt my feelings when I was 7, and I haven't forgiven you for it, despite the fact that, we lived under the same roof for 10 years after. Most juvenile writing I've ever seen is on Discovery. I don't trust that Alex Kurtzman understands what cerebral is, so slower and more meditative. That is kind of what we would want, But I know what Alex Kurtzman does, and I know that Alex Kurtzman will do whatever the people upstairs tell him. He's very much the yes man, and he's the one who wants all of these theatrical shots. He's the one who wants all these visual effects, right? It speaks to a rainbow of colors we're playing with in all these different shows. Yeah, oh yeah, you are. You're gonna have a different Star Trek show for every genre and demographic, forgetting the one, that we actually want. Just a show that moves forward in time, that is written by... We just want the Orville. And good news, Orville Season 3 is coming, so good news. It's great for a multitude of reasons. Yes, differentiating from the Star Trek we're already getting in the likes of Discovery. Good. We do not want any more things like Discovery. No. Or the myriad of other series on the way is a good thing. Well, some of them are not actually in production. The only two that they have series orders for are the 2 animated series. Why do we need Star Trek animated series? It didn't work last time? I mean, sure, I guess you're really trying to dumb it down and hit that She-Ra, Princesses of Power crowd, right? No. Because otherwise, what's the point of all this Star Trek if it just hits the same beats? Well, what's the point of all this Star Trek if nobody likes it and nobody wants it? You're making Star Trek for people who give few... You're making Star Trek, and it's getting fewer views than I get. And I'm nobody on YouTube. I'm a nobody with a web camera in my apartment in a spare bedroom. And you're trying to tell me that this is working for you guys. This is working for you guys. Because I showed you the numbers. I get more views than Star Trek Discovery's own interviews with its cast. With the exception of the announcement on the official Star Trek site of the Picard series, I get more views per video than they do. Another reason is that Kurtzman himself alludes to that in challenging the ideals of Picard probably represents their ultimately reinforcing in turn what happens when circumstances have conspired not to give him the happiest of endings. So he's gonna go off to an island alone somewhere and throw a phaser over his shoulder when people come to him and say, "Hey, Picard, we need you back." And he's just gonna go, "Yeah, I'm just gonna go suck milk out of this titty monster." And we're just gonna call him Jake Picard from now on. I'm not kidding. Hopefully it's a reinforcement of the Trek creator Gene Roddenberry's vision of optimism. No, not if he's going to be so grumpy and miserable or stupidly happy and optimistic. You can't have him he's more complex than one emotion. He's Picard. He's a little more. He's a little stuffy. He's a little Victorian. He's a little foo-foo. But yeah, he's Picard. He's going to have to go through deep valleys to get back to the light. So it's Jake Picard. It's legit Jake Picard. An iconic lead character in a beloved sci-fi franchise being examined in their late years about how a great challenge in their life brings them to disillusion before something comes along and reforges the optimistic ideals of their very young years. Ever stronger, you say? Sounds familiar. Oh, it does to me too. And of course, I rest my case. That's all we need to read of this article. They even people who are excited for this are comparing Picard to Luke Skywalker. How many people in my channel alone, tell me in the comment section, were heartbroken over the treatment of Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi? Huh? Yeah? Me too? You guys too? All of us were heartbroken over this. The only people who aren't heartbroken of that from Star Wars are people who didn't like Star Wars that much to begin with. It's newbies. It's people who have no attachment to the original trilogy characters. Just like the only people who have no attachment to Patrick Stewart as Picard are these newbies that are coming into the Star Trek franchise, telling us that we're gatekeepers and that we're negative and that it needs to change to move forward. I'm sorry, I'm going to a Star Trek convention in Las Vegas to celebrate what Trek used to be. What Trek used to be, right? What it used to be. It used to be good stuff like DS9 and Captain Picard and TOS. I'm not going for Discovery for this new series. I'm not going for any of that until they can say, oh, we're sorry, we're hiring all the people from the Orville to make the Picard series. That is the only way this will be good, if you have Seth MacFarlane and Manny Coto and Brandon Braga and all those people from the Orville on this show. And we don't. We've got Kurtzman and his little knuckleheads who have no experience in science fiction. What experience they do have, they've destroyed everything that they've put their grubby little hands on. And we're getting Jake Picard. Just like we got Jake Skywalker in The Last Jedi, Patrick Stewart has been warning us. I'm going to link my whole playlist of my Picard videos. I have, probably 4 or 5 of them, maybe 6 or 7 at this point. I'm going to link the whole playlist in the description because it's important. It's important that you guys know I'm not just pulling this out of my ass. I've been on top of this. I've researched. We know this is going to be after, he's brokenhearted after the Romulan star collapses. At least last time they gave some story leaks. The last time they gave story leaks. There's some talks, there's some rumors going around behind the scenes from people who I know who have worked with Star Trek people. And I'm gonna leave some other people to break that news. There's rumors behind the scenes that this show, you have people at odds. It is just as toxic as Discovery is behind the scenes, that they're just in each other's crap. And it is not a pretty picture. So I don't have any hopes for this series. I've had 6 or 7 months to come to terms with the fact that they're killing Patrick Stewart's character just as J.J. Abrams killed off, or Rian Johnson in the Disney Star Wars killed off Luke Skywalker. And I'm not happy with it. I'm not. So tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I am Mecha Random 42, P.O. Box 1566, Loveland, Colorado 80539. I will be doing an unboxing probably either Sunday night on a stream or Tuesday afternoon, maybe Monday, sometime soon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video or live stream. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!